Hello guys, how are you? I hope you all are doing well at your homes and you all are staying happy as always because staying happy is very important in our lives. So I'm Manajan and I'm back again with a new interesting video for you guys. Where guys, today in this video I'll be sharing 6 AirPods tips that you can use with your AirPods if you're using AirPods Pro, AirPods 2 or AirPods first generation, AirPods Max or AirPods third generation. Now currently we are having a 4 lineup of AirPods, but I'm including all AirPods from like 2016 to 2021, like all the AirPods that Apple has launched till yet. So I'll be sharing some tips that you can use with your AirPods. So like if you want to know these tips and tricks, then now let's move to our video and know what these tips are. So now let's start the video. And before starting off the video, I would like to make a huge request to all of you guys that don't forget to subscribe my channel and press the bell icon next to it so that you all will be updated from all the latest technologies, updates, news and all tips and tricks, like these interesting tips and tricks from 24/7 Apple. So if you have not done yet, then what are you waiting for? Go and subscribe our channel. And if you have done that, let's start the video. So first tip is that you should keep like your AirPods safe with the Find My, where this year with Apple has introduced new feature for AirPods Pro or AirPods Max, for those devices which are having U1 chip, where suppose you are using your AirPods in a restaurant, and when you are going from that restaurant, by mistake you have left your AirPods on your table. So now with the new feature introduced in the iOS 15 Find My, where suppose if your AirPods are left behind, so in your iPhone you will receive a notification that your AirPods are left behind. So what you have to do is that to turn on this feature, so you have to go in your Find My application, then you have to click on your AirPods tab, and then after clicking on your AirPods tab, you will see a bunch of options according to different models. For AirPods Pro, AirPods Max, you have this feature of left behind, but for AirPods second generation or for AirPods first generation, you have normal features. Like suppose, for example, I have left my AirPods 2 on the table. So if I'm if I'm nearer to my AirPods, so I can play the sound from my iPhone and I can listen that sound and I can go and take my AirPods. So sadly this feature is not available for the AirPods 2 and AirPods first generation users, but suppose if you're having an AirPods Pro, AirPods Max or AirPods third generation, so you can use this feature. So you should turn on this feature right now, so that in future if you forget your AirPods sometimes, so your iPhone will notify you that your AirPods are left behind. So please turn on this feature right now. Next feature is that how you can activate or deactivate automatic switching between your devices. Like suppose if I'm using an AirPods 2, where suppose for example I'm listening any songs on my iPhone, then suddenly I switch to my Mac and I'm I have started watching a video. So I wanted my AirPods to be switched from iPhone to Mac, and then from Mac to iPad, from iPad to Apple Watch. So how you can disable or you can activate this automatic switching. So for that, you have firstly you have to make sure that your AirPods are connected with your iPhone. If your AirPods are connected with your iPhone, then you have to go in settings, then you have to click on Bluetooth, then you will see your AirPods name. Besides that, you will see an eye icon. You have to click on that eye icon. Then from there you will see an option called connect to this iPhone. So when you will click on that, so on there you will see two options. One is automatically, secondly when last connected to iPhone. Suppose if you have selected automatically, then in this way you have activated the automatic switching. So if you are using multiple devices together, so AirPods will switch automatically, and if you have to deactivate it, then you have to click on the option called when last connected to the iPhone. So if you have selected this feature, then you have deactivated your automatic switching. So in this way you can activate or deactivate your automatic switching. But if you ask my review or my opinion, you should turn on this automatic switching so that you don't have to connect again and again personally with your different devices. It will be switched automatically across all your Apple devices. Next feature is that you can turn on announce notifications, where suppose usually we use the AirPods while driving, while cooking, while doing gym or while cycling. So if we suppose if you're doing a such task that you can't use your iPhone at that time and you want your notifications to be heard, so what you can do is that you can go in settings, then click on notifications. Then there you will see an option called announce notification. When you click on that, there you will see an option called announce notifications. Besides that, you will see a toggle. You have to turn on that toggle, and then beneath that you will see an option called headphones. So you have to turn on that option, and after turning on that option, whenever you have connected your AirPods with your iPhone, and when your AirPods are in your ears, so with the help of Siri will read all of your notifications, all of your messages, so that you can get to be known that from this person you have got this message, from this app you have got this notification, so you all will be updated. So it's a very useful feature for some people, but for some it's not useful, so you can customize this feature according to yourself. Next is that you can check your AirPods battery life. Because I am an AirPods user since 1.5 years, and I must say that whenever I use my AirPods, I never check my battery, because the AirPods quality of music, quality of sound, so I always stuck in that sound, means I always stuck in that quality of sound that I forget to check my battery. But if you want to check your battery, how you can check that? Suppose when you connect your AirPods, so you open the lid for suppose if you besides AirPods Max, if you use if you open your lid besides your iPhone, then you see an animation in your iPhone. So with the help of that animation, you can see the battery life, battery of your AirPods case and your AirPods. And suppose after plugging your AirPods in your ear, after putting your AirPods in your ears, still you have to check for the battery life. How you can do that? You can ask for Siri, then hey Siri, that please tell me that how please tell me the battery life of my AirPods, or please tell me the battery of my AirPods. So Siri will tell you the battery of your AirPods. And suppose if you want to check it personally, then what you can do is that you can go on home screen. You have to long press on your home screen, and then there you will see a plus icon. But when you click on that plus icon, you have to scroll down, you will see a widget for battery. When you select on that battery, you can put a widget according to yourself, which type of widget you want. So after putting that widget on your home screen, you can see the battery of your AirPods or your all of your Apple devices which are connected to your iPhone. Because currently my Apple Watch is connected to iPhone, and whenever my iPhone is connected to AirPods, so I can see the battery the battery of all of my Apple devices, beside only except this Mac, except all the Apple devices I can see the battery. So in this way you can check the battery of your AirPods. Suppose the fifth tip is for the AirPods Pro users. Suppose if you have if you're having an AirPods Pro or AirPods 3, then you can use a force sensor to control your playback. Suppose for AirPods 3 and AirPods Pro, you have so many options. Suppose with the help of single press, you can play or pause the audio. With the help of double press, you can skip and forward, you can skip forward. With a triple press, you can skip backward. With the press, when suppose if there's a call on your iPhone and you want to pick up that call, so you can press just here on this force sensor, and then your call will be picked. And suppose if you want to suppose if you want to disconnect the call, then just you have to do double click on your AirPod sensor, then your call will get disconnected. And then suppose if you want to activate Siri, then you can hold and activate Siri from here. You have to hold your force sensor and your Siri will be activated. But if you are AirPods 2 or AirPods first generation user, what you have to do is that you have to double click on your AirPods. Suppose if you double click on your AirPods in the right ear, so your music will be you will see a next music, or you can customize this setting according to yourself. I'm just giving an example. So in this way you can also use some different you can use your sensors of your AirPods in different way according to yourselves. So it's also a very nice feature. You can customize it according to your needs. Last tip is for AirPods Pro, AirPods 3 and AirPods Max users. That suppose if you have especially this is for AirPods Pro and AirPods Max users. For AirPods Pro and AirPods Max, they support spatial audio with with dynamic head tracking. They support transparency mode and many more features. So suppose if you want to use a spatial audio on your iPhone, so how you can use that? You have to open the lid, you have to connect your AirPods Pro, you have to put your AirPods Pro in your ears, and then you have to go on your control center. Then you have to long press on that sound bar. After long pressing on sound bar, you will see your AirPods sound bar. When you will beneath that, you will see an option of different modes like spatial audio, transparency mode, and noise cancellation. So like by switching to like different modes, you can use these modes according to your needs. So it's a very great feature for AirPods Pro and AirPods Max users. And like suppose if you use particularly AirPods like spatial audio feature, so in that also like you can select the dynamic head tracking, like whether like you want dynamic head tracking, whether you want fixed dynamic head tracking, or like you don't want any dynamic head tracking. So like there are very customizable features for the AirPods Pro and AirPods Max users. Sadly, these features are not there for AirPods 3, AirPods 2 and AirPods 1. So that's why AirPods Pro are very expensive, around 25,000. So this justifies the cost. So all these features are, so these are the features for AirPods Pro or like for AirPods users. Different tips for different AirPods, it is there. So you have to sacrifice for that, and like you have to accept all the features like which are there according to different models. So I hope that you all like this video, and if you like this video, then don't forget to subscribe my channel and press the bell icon next to it. Don't forget to share and like this video, and it's your responsibility to share this video to most of the audience so that they can also get to know about the interesting features about the AirPods. Because like if you are paying so much for the AirPods, so you should know, like it's a responsibility of yours that you should know all the features of AirPods, so that you can also tell to other people and you can also increase your knowledge. So guys, bye bye. I'll meet you guys in the next interesting video. Take care guys.